That talent apart, hard work actually works. And with virtually everything, it might not make you the best at whatever it is you're pursuing, but it will certainly make you better than you are. So you were fortunate, like you had this goal, right? So that meant you had a goal, which is a really big deal because you could learn about goals. You had a sense of a higher mode of moral being, that I would rather be a good SEAL than the person I am now. Well, it's a code of behavior and a way of perceiving. So there's an ethic in that. And then you said as well, you know, your conception of what good SEAL meant changed as you matured, but that's also fine. It wouldn't have changed unless you would have pursued that initial, only partially accurate goal. And so that's also a really good thing for people to understand is like, if you don't know what you're doing, aim at something. Is it the right thing? No, but it's better than just shooting randomly. So you aim at something, and then as you aim and you move towards it, you're going to find out why you're wrong. And then you might recalibrate your aim. And that's going to happen over and over because as you move towards a goal, it recedes or it broadens or it recedes and broadens. I got to tell you a story about my father, okay? Mm-hmm. And tell me if this produces any echo. Anyways, I could never understand his fascination with guns because it was really a deep fascination. So it was something that elicited my curiosity. And at one point I realized that he only hunted with single shots. So he had one shot at whatever he was hunting. So it had to be a good shot. And so he was pushing himself. And then I realized, well, he was really obsessed with hitting the target, taking aim and hitting the target. And it was about that time I learned that the Greek word for sin, hamartia, meant to miss the target. So there's this tight alignment between taking careful aim at the center of something precisely and then bringing yourself into alignment so that you would hit that target. There's a deep morality in that. It's a morality of hunting. It might be a morality of combat, and it's really deeply embedded inside of people. And that was what had my father in its grip. And so I was wondering if the automatic interest that even the club elicited in you had something to do with that seeking, that hunting, that target seeking, or if, you know, perhaps I'm barking up the wrong tree. One of the most fun days I ever had as a child, this was less dangerous. I lived next door to a policeman, an RCMP officer. And we went out one day, I was probably about 8, into my neighbor's backyard, and she had green tomatoes everywhere, far more than she was ever going to eat. And we had a green tomato war for like an hour and a half. And he was moving them at a pretty good velocity. So if they caught you, especially in the head, you know, you kind of remembered it. But it was exhilarating, and it was really fun to engage in that with him. And I really do remember that. And I do remember those, I hadn't until today, but I do remember those dirt lump wars. And there is an exhilaration in pushing yourself like that.